Hey everyone. In today's teaching, I want to focus on the point that I raised about ruminating thought loops. Ruminating thought loops, especially after trauma, are almost always the result of uncertainty. And uncertainty is that point of not knowing what to expect from the person that we count on for comfort, for relational safety, for trust, for security. And that often will result in us making an assessment of fear. We're afraid of what he's going to do. We're afraid that he is not going to be faithful. We're afraid that he's not going to be honest. And that unknown or that uncertainty is often what we worry about the most. Like, what are we going to do and how are we going to solve this problem? And one of the things that we often turn to in that state and in that capacity is, macromanaging him. Or maybe we might turn to, tons of research, studying what's going on, what are we going through. We're looking to solve the problem for the uncertainty. Once we can get our mind around what's going on, our brain has something to actually do with all of the concerns that we have and with all of the day-to-day events. So until we can get our minds wrapped around what to do with the problem that we face, we're going to often stay in that state. Human beings, though funny creatures that we often miscode all of this overwhelm and all of the uncertainty as anxiety and as fear. And when there's a hyper focus on it, and these are all normal processes. So we're not trying to say that you shouldn't be doing these kinds of things or it's wrong to do it. What we're saying is as we go through it, and once we get a handle on what we're doing and have some better language for what to call it, then we can see the problem as not as scary and not as intimidating, but we can actually figure out how to solve it and not stay stuck. One of the hardest things for our brain to do is deal with all that ruminating thought. And so it makes sense that the signaling and the communication between our brain and our body is going to be something like fear, like anxiety, like depression, like brain fog, like all the things that we call it. It's just that it's not happening the way that we have previously thought or been taught. The way that I was taught in graduate school is not the way I practice right now. The things that I know and the study that I've done and research since graduate school has exponentially changed the way that I work with clients and the way that I even interact with myself when problems arise, because problems are going to happen. People are going to do things that hurt you. There is going to be overwhelm and difficulty. But when we know how to work within the system that we have, and we have an amazing brain and body system, a full and whole operating system that's resilient and that is strong and that we can use to our advantage once we understand how all those resources work to our benefit. And so, in today's material, as you study the material and as you reflect on the message in the lesson and look at the action assignments, think about the places where you were stuck, what you did to grow from that. Those are good lessons for you to draw on. And then maybe consider what you need to do to continue that trajectory. Resilience is a human gift we all have. We're not broken and we're not fragile, despite what we hear in the world. Like we hear that a lot. Everywhere we go, it's all about mental health. And while our mental health is important, we can sometimes make it a bigger problem for us than we need to. And the best way for us to make it through the life that we have and the time that we have on this planet is to learn how to tap in to that internal strength that we all came hardwired with. I truly, truly believe that as a human being, but also as a scientist, as a people helper, as a psychologist. I believe that our brains came with that capacity, not with a fear-based capacity. Yes, our objective, our overall biological objective is to stay safe and to survive, but that doesn't mean threat. That means resilience and growth so that we can finish the purpose that we came to this world for. So I hope this helps you. And if you have questions, please, you're welcome to email me privately if you have questions, or you are welcome to ask them in the comments. See you in the lab.